this?
Concern about the near-term limits to more growth-oriented economic policies is greatly exaggerated. The greatest risk to the world economy today is that the largest economies underachieve on growth. And we believe, in the United States in particular, we need to continue providing well-targeted support for recovery in the near term.
All right, so maybe all of that spending on banks didn't cut it. More stimulus for us will. To the Fox Biz All-Stars, Jonathan Hoenig, Ellen Karras, and Mike Norman. Ellen, what do you think?
I think that he is preparing us for more spending, and that he was laying out the groundwork for that. I think they're looking, and also, it's failing. The spending that they're doing is failing, and the only solution that they ever have is to spend more money.
No, that's what you advocate, isn't it?
Because, look, I mean...
Seems to work like a charm, I'm just saying. You know?
Well, come on. Your sarcasm is duly noted, okay? But look, we were... You're
just mad because you're not on my vice presidential team. Get over it, but go ahead.
There is not an economist in the universe who would deny that government spending is a component of GDP. So, and it contributes to GDP. So you tell me, wait, let me ask the question.
But very few of them are saying it's doing the trick.
Wait, if you take it out, and it was a contribution, if you take it out, how does that add up to a bigger picture? It doesn't. It's just arithmetic.
Well,
so we need to prime the pump. You and I have had this discussion. Well, my feeling is we need to prime the pump. The private sector, it's not happening right now. One second. The private sector is not happening right now. You need to prime the pump.
Mike,
okay, Johnny?
That's been Tim Geithner's modus operandi, Neil, from day one. I mean, if you hate bailouts, consider the source in Geithner. Geithner was the guy who got the bailout started back in 2008 with Bear Stearns, AIG a year later. All of these big spending programs have been Geithner's idea. He's been on the team. The bust, Neil, the whole financial collapse occurred under Geithner's watch at the New York Fed. My God, he's an admitted
we can talk about who's to blame. You're right. It does go back a couple of years and over two administrations. But we'll get to you, Mikey, but I want to ask you, do we need to do more of it? I mean, let's say the spending, you buy the argument, it hasn't done what people hoped it would do. Or I've heard other arguments saying, well, we did a lot worse, so we didn't do it. Leaving that debate aside, do we need to do more of it?
More spending?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I mean, September, the private sector shed 39,000 jobs. They thought they were going to add 20,000 jobs. It's not working. We need to focus on taxes.
We'll get the official read on that with the government report.
It was ADP. It was the payroll people. I believe the number. There's still a lot of people that are out of work.
So the jury's still out, and you've already decided.
Absolutely. We should be focusing on tax cuts, which they keep going back and forth. Who's middle class? Who's wealthy?
Go ahead.
All right. To Jonathan's point, I totally agree with what he said, that the money that we spent on things like TARP and the bailout was totally wasted, and I'm against that. Because what was TARP? Think about it. It was an expensive form of regulatory forbearance. Basically, we gave them money and said, okay, we could have done the same thing by saying you don't have to mark your assets to the market right now. Earn some money first, and then you can eventually...
You will argue that part of it was botched.
It was botched.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
Right. So we just need a smarter regulator. I mean, Neil, end of story. Look at the markets. You led with gold today. Tim Geithner's signature is on the currency. Who signs the money? It's not the president, it's the Treasury Secretary. Under his watch, the value of the dollar has collapsed. All-time low today against the Swiss franc. 15-year low against the yen. So the markets are not liking the confidence that Tim Geithner has created as Treasury Secretary.
I have a bill that has Hillary's face on it.
I mean, Mike, you can laugh, but it's a very real, serious problem right now.
Is because, against the Swiss franc, come on. Yes, the dollar has weakened in the last month, but against a broad basket of currencies of the nations that we trade with.
It's near a multi-year low.
No, it's not.
Don't they all suck? Don't all
currencies
suck?
Well, it kind of is,
It's down like 15%. It's not down all that much.
Guys, thank you very much.